You are now tuned in to Two Studs in a Pod, a podcast giving you a candid glimpse into the world of super terrific Uber dykes, but you can call us studs. I'm Blaze.
I'm Meech.
Matchy threads and U-Hauls is what we're getting into this week, so let's get into it. Homie, drop the beat. Just a couple of studs keeping it real raw and off the cuff. Welcome to the show. New lesbian coupledom comes with a ton of stereotypes, some true and some not so true. So this week we're breaking down a few of them that irk us the most. Before we rent that moving van, Meech, how's life?
Life's good. Got red bottoms on. Nah, life is good, man. Had a good Christmas with wifey and the kids. My nieces and nephews got to open up their stuff.
Oh yeah, how was the Nerf war?
Nerf war was fun. They were so jealous because my homie got me she got me the bow and arrow, which I didn't know, which was cool. And she sent me like a note in the mail, like, "You'll shoot your eye out," whatever the line is from Christmas Story. So I had the bow and arrow, and then I had like the machine gun, and then I had like a little pistol. And they all only had like one gun each, so it was a wrap for them. But it was fun. It was good times. I'm like the biggest kid out of all of them. But yeah, Christmas was fun. It was good. I'm on vacation still, so I've been bumming it, sleeping late, staying up late, playing video games, watching TV, catching up on Netflix shows. I haven't done much reading, but we'll pick it back up in 2021. What's good with you?
I think it's a good time to just celebrate making it this far this year.
Yeah, facts.
Yes. I mean,
rough one.
By the time this airs, it'll already be 2021. So Happy New Year once again.
Happy New Year, folks. We made it.
But, it's officially the last day of this just year. I mean, I don't even know what to call it. It's just, 2020. It'll be infamous, I think. But, for me, life's been good. Can't really complain too much, just working and doing things around the house. We decided to finally put our TV up on the wall in the living room, and like we got a new living room entertainment center thing, and so that means the TV finally got to go up. And let me tell you what a bitch and a half that was. Okay,
I can imagine.
You learn so much about how a house is made when you're trying to stick something up on the wall. So after like 3 trips to Lowe's and a few tears, I finally got that motherfucker up, and it's not going anywhere. Okay, that bitch gonna stay there. So yeah, that's that. Just getting ready to toast to the new year, and have already toasted to the new year.
Right, get a litty.
Yes, definitely getting litty. So let's see how this episode goes, because wifey's been pumping me full of coquito.
So. I thought you were about to say cocaine.
Just because I'm from Miami does not mean
all things are possible when you're from Miami.
Real. I mean, I don't know. This thing is kind of strong, so
Keto season, man.
While we still can, let's go ahead and try to pop some peas and pay homage to some well-known and not so well-known studs, butches, and other masculine presenting women that have made moves or are making the moves that help make us see. It's time for Poppin' Peas. This week, we're shining the spotlight on an outspoken vocal virtuoso. We are honored to pop one for Ma Rainey. Gertrude Pridgett, better known to all as Ma Rainey, is noted as being one of the first African-American blues singers to record. Rainey began recording as a teenager and would later record with her then-husband Pa Rainey after forming the group Rainey and Rainey. Known for her energetic disposition and moaning style of singing, Ma would go on to be coined as the mother of the blues. Paramount recognized her extreme talent and signed her to a record deal shortly after she was discovered. Realizing they had a gem in their midst, Ma was heavily promoted to the masses as Songbird of the South. Her fame grew beyond the South, where she called home, and eventually her rapidly growing career would pair her with the legendary Louis Armstrong on well-known songs like Jelly Bean Blues and C.C. Rider. Though Ma Rainey never officially outed herself, and many of her songs were and many of her songs were framed about the love between women and men, several of Ma's lyrics contain references to lesbians and bisexuality, including what is probably the most famous of them called Prove It On Me, where she sings, "They said I do it. Ain't nobody caught me. Sure got to prove it on me. Went out last night with a crowd of my friends. They must have been women, 'cause I don't like no men. It's true, I
Okay.
wear a collar and tie. Makes the wind blow all the while." Okay.
All right. All right.
All right, Ma.
Nah.
The song is said to be Ma's recount of an illicit event in her home where she and a few fellow women in her chorus were arrested after being involved in an orgy.
Okay.
Adding fuel to the rainbow flame surrounding Ma was her rumored relationship with fellow blues singers not singers, singer, Bessie Smith, who is said to have bailed Rainey out of jail a time or two. Yo, Ma was lit.
For real.
It is Ma Rainey's unique persona that led her to portray Black American life like never before, which was reflected in the classic blues style she created. Her signature gravelly voice influenced musicians and blues singers alike, inspiring many imitators to the likes of Janis Joplin and Bonnie Raitt. It was Ma's ability to create songs that celebrate the rights of women to conduct themselves as expansively and undesirably as men that served as inspiration to so many, especially Black women. From her effect on blues music to the recently debuted movie on Netflix about the story of Ma Rainey and one of her most famous songs, Black Bottom, Ma Rainey will go down in history as a figure of significance, which is proof that Ma Rainey was popping.
For real.
Let me tell you, this drink is popping, okay?
Okay. I miss
But
those heavy-handed pours.
shout out to Wifey. But did you get to watch the Ma Rainey's Black Bottom on Netflix?
Yeah, actually, I saw it. During my bumming it, I watched it earlier this week. It was pretty good. I didn't realize that she was part of the community until I watched the movie. Like, I just don't remember hearing about that. It probably wasn't broadcast widely. Maybe it
No.
was.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
they even like I don't think it was hidden. Like if you looked like if you went to find out about it, it was
Right.
probably a part of whatever promotion they had, but it wasn't like something they're like heavily promoting or
Yeah.
yeah.
After watching the movie and then I started looking it up, I saw a little bit more about about her life and her relationship. So it's funny that I was like, oh, this would be a good popping piece, and
Yeah.
oh, it's a popping piece.
Yeah,
Let's
there you
go.
go. I mean, just I didn't know the details about her life. I had read about her briefly because obviously, when I'm doing research for other
Yeah.
people that we're trying to celebrate, her name has come across, but I didn't really deeply do any research into her until I heard that the movie was coming out, and mainly because of Black Panther, right?
Hmm.
Chadwick Boseman and Viola Davis being part of it. Um, so that's what started interested. That's what got me interested.
Them heavy pours, man.
Yo, I'm telling you. God, I'm looking at the bottom of this glass like I drank all that already.
Damn.
This is about to be an interesting episode. So,
Okay.
yeah, but watching watching the movie was intriguing to me, and I was, I told Nikki, I was like, yeah, we watching this as soon as it comes out, so you better
Hmm.
just be ready. And we did. It was entertaining, and I definitely learned more about her and about her being in the life.
Yeah.
Um, More deeply, like that they showed it. I didn't know that they would necessarily show it,
Hmm.
but it's Netflix, so they with it.
Netflix be with the shits.
Yeah, so Ma Rainey, she sounded like she would have been like somebody I need to chill
Yeah,
with. You
to
know
hang
what I
out
mean?
with, right? Yeah. She
Yes,
seemed like she was a good time, the way she was cussing them people out,
yes, for
talking to
real.
them.
Yes. All right. So now let's get into what we got cooking this week in the stew peas. There's something that happens when two lesbians spy each other across the room, then decide to join as one. Whatever it is, appears to fog the brain and lead to a few less than desirable decisions. Some of these decisions prove the truth in the cliche, while others are gems we, myself and Meech included, just don't understand. So this week, we're trying to figure them out. And now, Meech, I know that we've talked about it, and I know that one of the things that irks you is when people get to a relationship, and then next thing you know, they got like Matching outfits for every event.
Yeah, that's a bit much. I'm not here for it all the time, I guess I would say. Like when you go on vacation, it's cute. You see the old people matching, you know, they belong together in case one of them gets lost.
Oh,
But I
is
just
that what
feel
that's
like
for? That's a good idea.
I think that we as lesbians overdo it with the matching outfits all the time. Like, okay, we get it. That's yours. Or at least I feel like they do it as like a possession kind of thing.
A signal like that.
Yeah,
That
like a
me right there.
signal. Like, damn, you got to put it out there like that. Like, I don't know. I'm not really here for it though. I mean, and it's difficult, right? Cuz well, I mean, I get you would be wearing red and black all the time because I'm always wearing J's. So, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. What I know you're not really here for the matching outfits.
Yeah, no, that's a little like annoying. I mean, like a time every once in a while, like the holidays, like you guys want to do like a cute little
Yeah,
picture of
matching pajamas and
yeah, like the Christmas thing, but like an everyday event. We're going to a club. We're doing this. We're doing that.
right. We're
Like
going to the grocery store. We got to be matching. No,
right. I'm like coordinated is one thing. Like when y'all going
right,
out, coordinated is one thing.
right.
But like, cause we can't be going to the club, and I'm just in like basketball shorts and a thing, and
Right,
you like
right.
in heels and but to be matching the same outfit, you just like in the girl version, I'm in the boy
Yeah.
version. Like that's
There's a
out.
difference between being coordinated and matching.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like that's what like when I think of matching outfits, I think of like old people on a cruise with their Hawaiian shirts on. You know what I mean? Like that's when we're there, then we can match. Like return me back to the person with the matching shirt. But until then, I'm okay without it.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know why we do that.
I don't know. Like you don't really see. I mean, I've seen straight couples do the matching thing too, which that irks me as well. I think it's just a
Hmm.
matching thing. Like it doesn't matter about
Yeah.
what style relationship it is. It's just like that's a bit much. But to each their own. That makes y'all happy. That makes y'all happy. But you know, this is not about y'all right now. So. So, another thing that I think is crazy, but it's true. So obviously, it's a stereotype and a cliche. This like what we're talking about today
Mhm.
is the U-Haul thing,
Oh yeah.
and I don't know why that. I mean, I guess it's a stereotype because it's true, right? Like
Yeah.
that would have
Pretty
to fall.
much.
Yeah,
Most stereotypes are true. That's
yeah,
why they're
and based on some
funny.
truth. That's a fact.
Yeah, based on some truth.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is that lesbians bring U-Hauls to the second date because that's the running joke, right?
yeah,
We haven't, which is surprising, but I think it's a good thing for us. It'll probably last longer.
I
But
think
I've
so.
done it. Yeah, I've done it in the
Yeah.
past.
Oh hell yeah. Yes. And didn't work. Like with Nikki, we didn't the maybe the desire kind of was there, but then also in the back of my head, I just kept thinking like I'm not trying to be a U-Haul lesbian,
But
a U-Haul lesbian. So I would force myself to spend that extra like an extra year even because
mhm.
once you sign a lease, there's that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a fact.
yeah.
I know.
Oh
I've regretted that. I remember. You remember moving me all them goddamn times
yeah,
in
bro.
Florida, moving me in and moving me out. I'm not
That's
doing it.
how. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm definitely.
I
Hopefully,
think
won't
it's
be moving for a
just
long time.
because you know women just feel more comfortable and secure with each other that they're like, oh, we might as well just go ahead and live together, save some money. Gonna be at my
Man,
house all the time anyway.
yes.
So
Because that's what happened to me one time. Like I had my own spot. She had her own spot, but her spot was mad far from my spot.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime, I was always going over to her place. The crazy thing though to me is like my job was closer to my house, so it but it just happened. And I ended up moving and like breaking my lease. I broke my lease because I was
Damn.
like, um, I'm tired of paying rent here.
Right.
I'm never here.
Yeah.
And I'm paying a lot of money for this to be an empty place. Because nobody was there, you know what I'm saying? So I just had to, I don't know, at that time I did what I had to do, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was regrettable.
Yeah, it's coming on 2 years, and it feels like we've been together for like 5,
Yeah.
and we still don't live together. You know what I mean? But like I'm okay with it. It's working for us. It's getting a
Yeah, but
little annoying.
the only thing that would like concern me with that situation is that once you do, like, let's say you take that step, now that's a whole different dynamic in
Yeah.
a long relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what kind of crazy I'm dealing with. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
Ah,
be some time.
yeah. Another one of these, stereotypical or like things that people always think about lesbians and couples specifically, like one has to be the man
Oh yeah.
in a relationship. I think we've spoken about this before, but that's definitely a stereotype or a cliche type of thing that doesn't. I mean, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm. It's that hetero norm that is instilled in us as a society. You know what I mean? There has to be a man and a woman, or a
yeah,
dominant and a submissive person.
yeah.
I
But why
prefer
can't we
that.
be equals, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that description. Then, like, which one's the
But
man?
like dominant, you prefer dominant submission? Submission. Oh my
So,
God, dominant submissive.
I prefer to describe it that way, but it's not. It doesn't really make sense, right? Because you could be dominant doing one thing, but wifey is more dominant doing certain other things. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I don't think. I don't know why we have to label things so much. I think that we. I think society makes it more of like a. I don't know. It's just because the way society is, right? Men are supposed to play a specific role, but in today's society, men don't even play that role. You know what I mean? Like, there's women out here that's taking care of the whole family, or that's bringing home the bacon, and men that are taking care of the kids. So I think just as a society, we need to stray away from that. What does that mean anymore? Like, which one of you is the man? Well, what defines a man these days?
Yeah. Speaking of, another thing that they like to say is that like sex between lesbians, not specifically couples, lesbians, but since we're talking about couples today, couples is not real because there's no penis. I don't even like that word, but because there's no penis, uh, but there is. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least for some of us, there is. Some don't want there to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, to
Right.
each
There's
their
still
own. But
penetration.
right, or there's still whatever. Like, sex
Or
is not just
yeah.
one thing of what you are imagining, and that's the problem. That's probably why there's so many unsatisfied straight women out here.
Right. Facts. There's more ways to have sex than what y'all think.
For real. And that's why, I mean, that's why the thought. Have you ever heard of the term lesbian bed death? That's another thing that they think
Mm-hmm.
that happens in lesbian couples, right? Like, because you just hang out all the time, you just more so become like sisters that live together. Which
Yeah.
I have a sister. I'm not trying to.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Not at all.
Like, I would. That's gross. I don't understand how we can make that kind of comparison because no, no, no.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to keep it spicy.
Yes. Or like that every lesbian couple is looking for some kind of a dude to have a threesome or would be open to that. I'm like, you gotta
Oh
be out of
yeah,
your mind.
no. Like what's less y'all need to stop watching freaking straight porn
Po-
or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they're watching porn and I think like that's like what it's really like out here.
No, thank you.
I just saw this thing that says lesbians are no fun, angry, rude, or insensitive. I'm like, I'm the funnest thing on the planet.
Okay. We're a good time.
For real. Especially with
We've
some
ne-
drinks.
for real. We've never had any complaints.
Oh my god. I'm looking at this thing about stereotypes and it's crazy.
Or lesbian stereotypes.
Yeah. Oh man. I tell you. Like the thoughts, a thought process that straight people have as to what gay life really is crazy to me.
Yeah, I think it's one of those if I, came back, would you want to be a different race or would you want to be straight? I don't think I would want to be either. Like I'm good.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to come back like 6'6", 7, two
A
hundred
ball
and
player.
fifty pounds exactly, with the moves like a fucking gazelle and like gorilla ass fucking muscles that can dribble up and down the court. That's my
Yeah,
only.
that would be.
Yes, okay. And I tell my friend every time free agency comes around and a motherfucker signs a deal for 142 for like 3 years, I'm like, bruh, why was I not born 6'9", 249 pounds with moves like a gazelle and like handles like that Nexo and like what the fuck? But that's about it. Other than that, I'm cool being me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That would have been nice. But this ain't bad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing. I'm trying to think of some other things that they say about lesbian couples, but I mean, fight all the time or something like that. I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. Um, studs cheat.
Yeah,
Everybody cheats though.
yeah, I'm like, femmes cheat too. Try me. That there always has to be a butch or in a femme in a relationship. I think
Oh yeah.
we know that's not the case. I mean, we got femme for femme, stud for stud,
Yeah.
they
It
for
just
them. Yeah, like whoever for whoever. Oh man, I never. Every lesbian uses strap-ons and dildos to take the place of men in their relationship.
yeah, right.
Come on, bro. Like that's crazy.
That's something that straight men say to make them feel better.
Lesbians don't wear lingerie. I mean,
What?
to be
Well, like
honest
you
with
some
you,
lingerie.
I mean, I'm not wearing no lingerie. To
Oh,
to to Nikki, like lingerie, she got me these heat swim trunks
uh-huh.
for Christmas, and they're short. Okay, and I'm like, bro. She's like, why don't you go modeling for me? I'm like, hold like, wait a
Oh
minute,
my
wait a
god.
minute. I'm like, whose Christmas present is this? Is this
Right.
my present or is this your present? That's what I'm trying to find out right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, that might be her version of lingerie, but for me, like to me, lingerie just is like gets in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, get that shit off. Just come naked.
Shout out to Fenty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Nah, just come naked. Lesbians love astrology, but I think that's true. I think they do.
Yeah. That one is definitely true. I can't stand these fucking Pisces.
I would never date a blah 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 again. Here you are again.
They be bashing us in the Facebook groups by astrology signs.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I don't know of any of the other ones that might irk me other than.
Nah, it's just the matching outfits. Cut it out. Now let's get into Wild Peas, or the part of the show where we share and answer some of the most wild questions we've seen on the internet. This week's question is: can a couple bounce back after a physical fight?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure it's happened. It happens. I mean, I was in a relationship and me and homegirl used like I don't understand why I really wasn't myself in this relationship, and like we would wrestle like over the phones and shit. Like I remember one time breaking the the rubber protector thing around the
Mm,
phone, trying to hold my phone from her getting it. I don't even remember if I even had anything in my phone to like be worried about. It was just a
right.
matter. It was just a principle, and off the strength that her and I are like wrestling each other, flipping over furniture and shit in my house. Her brother is there, just like watching everything.
Oh my god.
Like it was like a good time. Like, and let me tell you, that relationship definitely there was no bounce back. Like once I started thinking about it, like what is going on here? Like this is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna say no, because I know if a bitch put her hands on me, then we gonna have a problem.
Right. I don't think there's any bouncing back, but I think a lot of couples will try until they realize that that ain't it. Because I've been in physical fights with exes, and
Yeah, they're throwing
we tried
chancetas
it.
at you and shit.
Yeah. I try not to hit them, but back. But like, you got to defend yourself at some point.
Yes,
But
yes.
if that's the way it's gonna be, like, I think in the back of my mind, I knew that wasn't it. So it's not long term, I would say, but um, you could probably bounce back for the moment.
I had this chick. Now that I think, I just had this flashback. This chick, like one of my very, very first living girlfriend, right? And there was an age disparity there, but I already thought about this because like down the road, she eventually became friends with Daddy, and I didn't know this.
Oh.
But the crazy thing is, now I'm gonna get off track a little bit. But the crazy thing is that one night, the chick I was with at the time, and I worked with Daddy. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And so Daddy's chick at the time, and me and all four of us, we were gonna meet at this restaurant, and they were gonna have their two friends, another couple, meet
Hmm.
up at the restaurant. So it was gonna be like the six of us. That couple was my ex and
Oh
her
damn.
chick. So they didn't show up, luckily.
Uh.
But when they didn't show up, like Daddy started talking about them, and I
Hmm.
put two and two together, and I was like, "Is that blah blah blah?" And she was like, "Wait a minute." So then she put two and two together about a story that this chick had told her
Uh.
about our relationship, which was false. So she lied, talking about I put my hands on her. Now I did, but not like that. I was only protecting myself
Right.
because she came home one day, like she worked at night, right? And she came, and I was asleep, and she came home, and I don't know, like I was doing a little kind of dirt, but that's because I knew she was doing dirt, so I was doing my own thing, on the
Hmm.
side. And she must have got like a call back from a chick, or she called her. I didn't clear the phone out. I don't know, something like that.
Right.
But she ended up like started hitting me and me like grabbing me out my sleep. I'm in the
Oh
bed.
no.
So I like turned around and like I like came out of the bed and grabbed her at the same time and like put her against the wall. And I was like, yo, blah blah
Hmm.
blah. So anyway, after that she was telling people that I choked her out.
Oh my god.
And so I didn't know this, but she had been telling people this for years.
Damn.
Yes. Because this was like
Damn.
years later.
That's
Okay.
wild.
Exactly. So uh,
Bitches be lying.
another another relationship that didn't last
Shit, I be
past.
wondering now, like, if any of my exes say that I beat them. That's crazy.
Yeah, imagine
Self
like
defense, motherfucker.
I'm like I was asleep. I woke up on my bed and like
Right.
grabbed her and was like, "Yo, you're tripping right now." Like so, And it's yeah. Yeah, so no, there's no way. I think once you pass that line, that level,
Yeah, once
then
you cross that line, that's it.
yeah, it's kind of like cheating, right? Like there's just certain things that once you cross them, it's really hard to. It'll never be back to what it was. So I don't know. I guess some. I don't know if I know anybody's relationship who has really survived like a physical confrontation, like a true physical confrontation. I don't know, but on that note, we're going to end the show here. If you're not already, go follow Two Studs in a Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Want to see our stud life behind the scenes? Go follow Meech on IG at the Homie Meech and on Twitter at Homie Meech, and myself at its.me.blaze on IG and itsmeblaze2 on Twitter. If email is more your thing, shoot us an email at twostudsinapod@gmail.com. That's TWO studsinapod@gmail.com. www.twostudsinapod.com is a place to find everything stud, including our latest episode, blogs, and more. Listening on the move? Catch a new episode of Two Studs in a Pod every Tuesday on streaming platforms everywhere, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Gratitude is always the attitude, so we want to say thank you for lending us your ear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Apple Pie.